son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas. His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep shit up, his ass going to prison.
Then he wanna talk about some other like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You up here flagging. You're cat.
Stand by right here for me. 32, I'm 10 extend, 1 detain. Spread your legs slightly. I just need to pat you down.
T.I.'s worst nightmare might finally be knocking at the door, and this time it's real. After years of warning his son King Harris to slow down before he ruined everything, the unthinkable might actually happen. There's serious talk that a judge could slam him with a 5-year prison sentence, 5 whole years behind bars. And here's the wild part. T.I. called this way back in 2022. He warned that if King didn't get it together, prison was the only road waiting for him.
My son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas. His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
Now it looks like prophecy turning into reality. Because if you've been following King, you know the red flags were waving loud. Reckless driving, that messy Waffle House fight, even flashing guns in his videos like it was all just a game. By 2024, it was like his trouble hit a breaking point. The arrest footage had people shook, him nearly smashing into a cop car, music blasting, a gun sitting right on his hip, and an old warrant catching up to him all at the same time.
Yes, sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well? All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take it.
There's no safety.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. Let me just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest.
Are you sure?
We're gonna be at the church. Alright, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information, make sure it's valid.
I ain't sure of this.
Just take the step to the side for me.
It looked like every bad decision he ever made came back to haunt him in one brutal moment. And the timing couldn't be heavier. Just weeks after that arrest, King became a father. He was all over social media, posting about his newborn, dropping a track called Dear Son, and acting like he was ready to turn into a family man. But instead of settling into fatherhood, he's now facing the kind of courtroom drama that could strip 5 years away from his life. It all went down in October 2024, the day King Harris officially spiraled. He pulled out of a gas station in his BMW and almost drove straight into a police cruiser, and from there, everything unraveled fast. You couldn't script this if you tried. It's straight out of a movie. The cops walk up to King's car and instantly things go downhill. First thing they catch is the strong smell of weed, then boom, they spot a gun sitting right on his hip. At that moment, his fate was sealed because they weren't letting him walk away from that scene. And then it gets uglier. When they ran his name, the system lit up. King was still holding on to an open warrant from way back in 2022. That old case? Overspeeding, driving on a suspended license, and even a DUI. Instead of facing the music back then, he dodged court. And that one slip sat there waiting to explode on him. By 2024, it finally did. The leaked arrest footage hit the internet like wildfire. First Badge Chronicles, then Vlad TV dropped nearly 30 minutes of raw video. You see everything. The cops pulling him out, stripping the gun from his hip, cuffing him, patting him down, and sliding him into the back seat like a done deal. King wasn't wilding out, but you could see it in his face. Irritated, frustrated, like he knew he messed up, but couldn't talk his way out of this one.
But what I'm saying is, they wasn't.
You can talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the f I want to, wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File out your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Even one officer admitted later that King stayed calm and respectful the whole time. But calm or not, he still got hauled off to DeKalb County Jail before getting transferred over to Pickens. Once that old warrant finally got recalled, King's whole world flipped in an instant. One minute he was flexing on Instagram, showing off like nothing could touch him, and the next he was sitting in a cold jail cell with the entire internet watching every move. And the sting? It hit harder because T.I. had already warned the world this exact thing would happen, way back in 2022 when King first started spiraling. On Instagram, Tip didn't sugarcoat a thing. He made it clear, if his son didn't pump the brakes, prison was going to be the only destination. And he wasn't talking as just some worried dad, he was speaking as a man who had lived that life, who knew the consequences firsthand. Tip even said it plain, time is going to be his teacher. And sure enough, that teacher came knocking in the form of a possible 5-year sentence. Once clips of King's arrest hit the net, fans wasted no time digging up that old video of T.I.'s warning. People piled on. Some were like, see, he spoke it into existence, while others felt genuine sympathy, saying, imagine the pain of watching your own warning unfold in real time. Either way, the internet couldn't stop pointing out how dead on T.I. had been. And if we're being real, King had already shown he wasn't listening. Remember the Waffle House meltdown in 2022? That was the first time folks really started side-eyeing him. A viral video showed him in a screaming match with the staff, barking and carrying on like he had something to prove. But instead of looking tough, he came off entitled and reckless. And even T.I. couldn't defend that one. T.I. even went live after that Waffle House mess, sounding straight up baffled. He said he couldn't understand why his son would even pause what he was doing just to go back and forth with a short-order cook. To Tip, it made no sense at all. Why match that kind of energy when you've got so much more to lose? And when the clip of King wilding out hit the internet, even T.I. couldn't defend him this time. But if the Waffle House drama was embarrassing, the gun situation was a whole different level of reckless. Remember that viral clip when T.I. and Boozy had to check their sons on camera? King and Boozy's son, Tootie Raw, were filming a music video, and instead of focusing on bars, the whole set looked like a trap house with guns everywhere. That's when the dad stepped in. You can hear T.I. calling them out, basically saying, why y'all even toting guns when you got girls right here? Instead of hyping them up, Tip gave them a straight-up lecture, breaking down how one wrong move, whether it's weapons or drugs, could land them right in a cell for years. And the wildest part? He wasn't yelling. He wasn't trying to embarrass them. He was handing over the blueprint to avoid the very same mistakes he once made. That moment is still online, and you can actually see it for yourself. T.I. and Boozy tried their best, sitting their sons down and spelling it out clear. Flashing guns in music videos is nothing but a one-way ticket to jail. Fans actually gave both dads credit, saying it was rare and refreshing to see hip-hop legends step in and guide their kids instead of letting them spiral out of control. But the problem was King. He might have nodded his head like he was listening, but you could tell the message wasn't sinking in. He heard every word, but he wasn't absorbing a single lesson. And the thing that really had fans side-eyeing him wasn't just his wild behavior in videos or his short temper, it was his personal life blowing up online. The chatter hit a new level when King popped out with a baby mama who had everybody talking. The mother of his child, who goes by Big Nana, sparked a storm of rumors, with people claiming she was way older than him. Fans didn't hold back. Some swore she was only around for the money, others called her a groupie trying to lock down a check. But King? He didn't care one bit.
A lot of people hit me up like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep, and the truth be told, before this little I ain't been getting no sleep, you know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle, lifestyle just lifing, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And he like to walk around the house.
He leaned all the way in, throwing her a full baby shower, posting proudly about the pregnancy, and by November 2024, when their son was born, he couldn't stop bragging about becoming a dad. There's even a clip of King celebrating with Big Nana, looking like life couldn't get any better. Not long after, he was on social media glowing with pride, talking about his newborn son for the whole world to see. He even dropped a heartfelt track called Dear Son, writing about stepping up as a father, and he captioned the post with, November 5th, 8:09 a.m., welcome King Jr., time to take over. For a quick moment, it seemed like fatherhood might finally humble him, like maybe he was ready to switch lanes and grow up. But the timing couldn't have been worse. While King was holding his newborn and playing proud dad online, that leaked arrest video was spreading like wildfire, reminding everybody that his past wasn't just disappearing. The internet never forgets, and the contrast between his family posts and his charges hit hard. The saddest part? Nobody was shocked. Fans had been warning for years that King's reckless ways would eventually catch up, and now here it was, playing out exactly how people predicted. If a judge really hands him 5 years, don't expect T.I. to be furious. Expect him to be crushed. Because sure, he warned his son, he tried guiding him, but when it's your own child shackled up in court, the pain cuts deeper than anger. And anyone who's watched their podcast together knows their bond is real. That's why this moment would break T.I. in a way the world hasn't seen yet. And let's be real, it's not just gonna hit King, it's gonna hit T.I.'s image too. People are already dragging him online, saying he failed as a father, that all the money, fame, and wisdom he's built up couldn't stop his own son from spiraling out of control. If King really ends up sentenced, those voices are only gonna get louder, especially since T.I. has always branded himself as the OG dad who preaches life lessons and knows better. But one thing about Tip, he's made it clear he'll love King no matter how messy it gets. So yeah, he might be disappointed, but you already know he'll still be front row in that courtroom standing by his son. And of course, the internet had plenty to say once the arrest footage and court updates started flying around. The reactions were wild, some folks clowning him, some quietly impressed at how calm he handled it, and others just hoping maybe this will finally wake him up. One fan even wrote, King is enjoying every minute, knowing he might go viral. He knows he's being recorded, and honestly, you can see that in the footage. King getting cuffed without a fight, no wild outbursts, just calm. Maybe too calm, almost like he knew the cameras were rolling and this was just another blog moment to boost his name. Then came the crowd calling this his so-called street cred moment. One comment flat out said, man finally got his street cred. He's been telling y'all he outside, and that right there shows just how twisted this whole situation really is. Because instead of focusing on his newborn baby, people are acting like King is chasing a jail record just to prove he's real.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of woosah yourself outside of the public opinion. Then I think, you know, because I tell you what, I have the greatest, most extensive family photo album. I can document and I could go back to when King was Eris's age. I can go back to when Major was my granddaughter's age.
But not every voice online was harsh. Some folks actually tried to show him grace. One person wrote, he gonna be fine. He's been doing good since his son was born, so I'm wishing him blessings. He handled himself well. That's the other side, people holding out hope that fatherhood might ground him, even if prison ends up being part of the lesson. For T.I., though, it's painful déjà vu. The same system he fought his way out of is now threatening to swallow his own son whole. And the worst part? Deep down, Tip saw it coming all along. That's what makes this bigger than just another viral headline. It's the real possibility of a 5-year prison stretch, a real consequence that could change King's entire future. And more than that, it's a test of T.I. as a father. If that judge makes the 5 years official, King Harris's story won't just be another blog moment, it'll be a hard lesson branded into his life forever. So what do you think? Is King gonna turn this around or let it define him? Let me know in the comments, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.